Hello, everybody. My name is Ryunn Eldred, and I'm here with my co-host, as always, Razgriz, the Boss Foss, and we would
Hello.
like to welcome you to Season 2, Episode 1 of the R&R podcast. Now, we're happy to be here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy new start to a new season. Hopefully, we'll have a lot more episodes, a little bit more content and everything. But let's jump into some small talk. How are you doing? How has your New Year's been? This is really the first time we've had one-on-ones since like the Christmas episode of The Drinking Corner.
Uh, can you start the question again? I'm
How,
kidding. I'm kidding. Uh,
how
no,
has your New Year been?
my New Year's been good. I got to start it with some really close friends, which was very nice. We just played a bunch of games and just got to relax, and that was a lot of fun. And then we spent the first relaxing. The second we didn't get too much done. We did get some stuff done. I finally got Katie to play video games, and she ended up uh like playing Slime Rancher 2 for like 6, 7 hours.
Nice.
Yeah,
I know
she
Slime
kind of got a little.
Rancher is a big game with you too.
Yeah, for her. She got kind of got lost in it. I played a little bit of Animal Crossing, and then I made my own commander deck for Magic for uh like from scratch. So we'll see how that turns out. I'm gonna be playing it tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know you've been going out and doing a lot of magic and all that.
Yeah.
Maybe the next time you're
And then
down here, I'll gift you the I have a crate just full of magic cards in my trunk, like old ones that are in good condition that were just given to me, and I've
Okay. Yeah.
never played Magic before. They have no use and no value to me whatsoever. So, since you like I gave John because originally one of the crates was like, let me get in the camera frame. It was literally like this wide and perspectively, like it was a big crate, and then there was a little smaller one on top of it. I
Hmm.
gave John the biggest crate because John plays a lot of Magic as well. So I just have a crate with a bunch of like collector decks and just old cards that are still just sitting in the trunk of
Okay.
my car.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
next
can.
time you're up.
I don't know when that'll be, but yeah.
Or if I ever go down there, since I have been driving places. That should be one of my
Yeah.
New
You'll
Year's
have to find.
resolutions.
You'll have to pay for a hotel.
Yeah.
You're still permanently banned from actually staying in our apartment. Sorry. It's not that
Ah,
one's not my call.
that's all good. I understand. We'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it ambiguous little mystery. Mm.
But yeah. What about you? How was your New Year's? Did you do anything fun? Did you stress about the opinion of other people?
I continuously stress out about the opinions of other people. But yeah, I had a really good New Year's. I drove up to Eureka, California, where I got to hang out with one of my friends and her family. Got to interact with her baby, who is just absolutely freaking adorable. He's at that stage where he's learning how to work his mouth and his tongue, and he's like learning what his toes are. So he is just constantly babbling at you and just smiling and just blowing raspberries and everything, and it's just so cute. And then we did
That's
New
cute.
Year's up there. First New Year's I didn't drink. But
That's good.
yeah, yeah, no, that's good. Did you get your little New Year's kiss? Did you do your little tradition starting the year right? I did not realize how big of a thing that was until this year. Listen, I can see. Oh, oh, you were really frozen there. You weren't joking. You were really frozen. Okay.
Yeah, we're We're losing connection at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on.
Dude, my internet provider
I
switched a
don't
new
know if it,
SIM
I don't
card.
know necessarily if it was you because it popped up on my side letting me know that my connection was unstable.
Oh, then yeah, that'd be a you.
Yeah. I don't have the computer hardwired in, so.
Give me 1 second to deal with this blue light. But yeah, no. Where was I going with that? I got distracted by you being like super still. That ADHD brain. Yeah, no, I did worry a lot about the opinions of other people. Something I should probably put as my New Year's resolution to just quit giving a fuck. But, I still had a good start. Oh yeah, no. That's where I was at. New Year's kiss. I did not realize that was a like an actual tradition to start the year off right.
Hmm.
You froze up again. That was
Hmm.
funny.
Well, when I'm freezing up, I'm not even hearing you, so.
Oh, so did you just not hear me again on that one?
No,
New
but
Year's,
that's okay.
the New Year's kiss. I didn't realize that was a tradition.
Yeah. Oh, I
That
found out
was
that
like,
I found another tradition, but go ahead.
so me personally did not have a New Year's Eve kiss. Didn't want to start the year off on like false pretenses.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, you're married,
Yes.
so I assume you had the midnight kiss. What's the
No.
other tradition you knew of?
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, of course I had them in, I guess. One of our friends that had came over, uh, said that there is a tradition. It's a you have to eat 12 grapes. It was my understanding was it was supposed to be before midnight, but I guess it's within the first minute of midnight. You have to eat 12 grapes underneath a table. However, you don't have to go underneath the table if you're wearing pink underwear.
The fuck?
I guess it's a she said it was a Portuguese thing. I'm not sure about that so much, but it was like oh, okay, yeah. Go ahead and eat your grapes.
Did she go under the table, or was she hinting that she was wearing pink underwear?
Well, we said, "Oh, don't you need to get underneath the table?" And she says, "No, no, I'm wearing pink underwear. It's okay." So we're like, okay.
I'm like actively looking this up real quick. Portuguese New Year's tradition.
Spanish tradition involving eating 12 grapes at midnight for good luck for the new year. Each grape represents a month of the year, making it both a playful challenge and a moment of reflection. The trend has become popular on social media.
Ah, so each grape is a representation of the month of the year. That's cool.
Didn't I just say that?
Yeah, I was reading it as you're saying it too.
Ah,
My bad.
no, you're good. I was panicking, thinking that maybe I wasn't connected again. Oh,
That's actually pretty cool and symbolic. You learn something new every day.
yeah. I didn't partake in it, but
You didn't even eat a single grape, so you have one good month out of the year.
every month of the year is gonna be good.
Damn straight. This is 2025. It's the year of Chris for the drinking corner, and it's the year of just getting out of this funk of 2012.
Yeah. Well, my goal is to finally do the thing that I've been saying I'm going to do,
Win the lottery.
and yeah, win the lottery. Well, I mean, I already started off with on the first. I've been telling Katie and myself that at some point I will install the SSD into the PS5. So I finally looked up the video. Dude, it is so incredibly easy. I was under the impression like I had to like take a bunch of screws off and take half of the PlayStation off. No, it's you take the PlayStation, you flip it over onto to where you have the backup. The back will slide off, and then it's one bolt, and then you undo a second bolt inside the thing, slide the SD card in, put in the bolt, put the cover back on, and then put the PlayStation cover back on. And now I have 2 terabytes of extra storage.
Nice. That's really good for you because I do know you play a lot of PS5 games.
Yes.
Speaking of PS5, don't know if you ever played this when you were younger, but Sly Cooper has a PS5 port of the original game now.
Oh, I didn't know it was a PS5 port. I knew that.
Or not PS5 port, but instead of the PS Now where you had to live stream it, you could
uh,
download it now.
yes. No, I do know that because me and you talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Oh. Yeah, I'm still excited for it. I downloaded Jack and Dexter and
Hmm.
I downloaded Sly Cooper,
Nice.
which I'm really excited for.
And you should be.
Hmm.
For those of you who are watching, if it is weird that I'm not looking directly at the camera, I'm looking down, it's because my camera is about this far off from the center of the screen. So I'm looking at Tim while Tim's talking. Now I'm looking at myself to ensure that I'm looking at the screen.
So this is me looking at the screen and this is me looking at the camera.
Now, tell me, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel just jubilant beyond belief
That's good.
to just stare into the camera and just talk. Which I guess at this point in time would be the perfect time to say if you want to see us staring creepily into a camera without breaking eye contact, you could watch the vidcast version on the Eldred YouTube channel. So yeah,
Yes.
I
Uh,
have high hopes for this year.
Also, here's a little sneak preview of what my room looks like now. The last time you saw it, it did not look like this.
Did not.
So,
Ooh, not? Ooh, I love the banner for 21 Pilots and the
yeah,
Mickey Minnie Mouse ears.
yeah. So we got that all squared away. You can see our Christmas tree right now.
Still have it up.
Um, that's gonna be coming down in the next couple days.
You know what?
Um,
It's a fake tree, right?
yeah,
You should get year-round ornaments and just
no,
decorate it with year-round decorations.
no. And the reason that we are not going to do that is the cats are getting into the tree, and we don't want them to be in the
Mm,
tree.
mm-hmm.
You can see one of the many trash bags that we have had. This one, it was cleaning up after New Year's. Um, I have a large amount of boxes still sitting next to me that I have to organize. And then Katie's desk is over there. I'm able to move the camera around a bit more because I have reorganized the top of my shelf. I put a few collectibles in storage, and yes. So this is my office right now. And my hand is currently going into the hallway that now has the cat litter boxes and leads into our bathroom.
What Monopoly board is that in the closet?
Cheaters edition.
Cheetos or cheaters?
Cheaters.
Ah, dude, I do not know what happened because I know you know I collected Monopoly boards for a while. I cannot find my Mass Effect one.
Uh, your ex has it.
Fuck. That makes sense. I was sitting there looking for that the other day. Everything okay? David, where'd you go? David, no. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having technical issues as David has magically disappeared. Oh, he is back. Oh, he is gone. So I don't. I'm assuming you can still hear me.
Yeah, I can still hear you. I can still talk to you. I don't like people watching me while I'm eating.
Fair. I've just been snacking this entire time. No fucks. So not to be the whole new year, new me type of BS, but I do feel very good about this new year in a lot of ways, especially since like last year I was in that like mental stage of having so many kind of goals set in terms of YouTube and just personal life stuff, whereas this year I essentially my only resolution is just be happy.
Yeah,
So far, not off to a good start. Today's been a good day though.
that's good.
But I just feel like this year there's gonna be actual real progress that I'm kind of excited for. I have a lot of plans planned out, and a change of job will be really nice. Even if I don't get hired in on this application, to just keep submitting applications forth. I'm excited for it as I slowly start collecting the resources I need for the application. Like
Hmm.
CSU Chico just got back to me an email about stuff that I have to go and contact them about again through a different email and phone number and the whole reach around.
Yes.
But
By the way,
yeah,
those of you who are watching, if you are suddenly noticing me get bright and dark, is the clouds are moving in front of and out of the way of the sun. And for the last like 2 minutes, my room has been getting increasingly bright and then very dark. So you're
there's
not
just a
going crazy. Your
giant
monitors are not messing up.
there's just a giant thundercloud above me, but I have blackout curtains blocking the one window in. Because you know me, I got to keep this pasty complexion.
Yes.
Basement
Well,
dweller for life.
I live in a very beautiful sunny area, so
I live out in the middle of nowhere where there's just nothing.
yes. Now, talking about New Year, New Me, I do have intentions of doing better for myself. Um, so I think it was talked about in the last drinking corner, and it's not exactly a big secret. I do work in a school district. Like that's not a super big secret. We try for the most part to not talk about it, but I will address it. I do work in a school district. I live in California and I only get paid $1,700 a month. Now, that's a lot of money. Unless you live where I live, where it's really not. I can't even pay uh I can pay probably half my rent with my full paycheck, which is why I'm extremely lucky that my wife does make enough to at least cover our rent. But only making that much money has put me in severe debt because I'm just trying to live. So I am needing to get a better paying job. Now, my job is very good. I do enjoy my job and I enjoy the people I work with, but I cannot, I can't live like this anymore, if that makes sense.
Hmm. I get it. I 100% get it.
And then, of course, I screwed myself over with my ability to get a job because um, I only have an associate's, I don't have a bachelor's. And at this point, I can't afford to go back to school to get my bachelor's.
Feel that too. And you don't want to throw yourself further into debt with student loans and everything to try to afford it.
Yeah.
Because that's where I currently sit at too. Because I was looking at it when I was contacting the CSU, and I was like, it would be worthwhile to get my bachelor's because I do just have an associate's in history. And I was sitting there looking at it. I was like, I don't want to throw myself into fucking in copious amounts of debt.
Yes. Sorry. I apologize for the flashing. I'm inspired and looking at things.
It's all good. Um, cause yeah, like it's already I work technically two jobs if you count DoorDash as a part-time job, and I still live paycheck to paycheck.
It's it's no way to live.
Mm-mm. I think that's the one shitty thing about California too. As much as I love living in California, because I just, haven't lived anywhere else, so California is just great. I think the cost of living, which I know is drastically different between mine and your location, because we both live in California, but different parts of California. But
Yes.
for both of us, we're both still living paycheck to paycheck, essentially.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm just
they
saying
used
this
to have
right.
they used to have a form that made it so that way employees were able to apply for the school district to pay for their education. And I, the thing that was kind of like screwing me was the fact that I have some experience in a 4-year college, but I don't have it above a 2.0. Spoiler, I'm not great at school. I'm was extremely lazy and I was getting by and then I just couldn't afford it anymore.
It's
Um,
all good. I'm in the same boat. My GPA is like a 2.9 something.
but I wonder if I'm going to talk to my resources person if I can just ignore my time at San Jose State. Um, if I could just kind of start fresh from there, if we could do that.
It's kind of what I want to do with CSU because, like, as you know, at Butte College, I majored in history for teaching. And then as soon as I transferred to CSU, I went into computer animation and game design. And as much as I still want to major in that, because that's where my passion lies, there comes a point where unfortunately you got to give up on like what you want to do and just do what you need to do. So I wonder if I could kind of start fresh at CSU with just finishing out the rest of a teaching degree. Because if I really have a passion for game design, I have the software, I have Unreal Engine, I have Unity, I have like a bunch of the gaming developing software on my computers. I could teach myself. I just got to apply myself.
Well, I'm not saying give up on your dreams, Tim.
No, I'm not saying I want to give up on my dreams either. It's just in order to fulfill and live your dreams, if you don't have just in copious amounts of luck and talent, you need something to make life more steady. Because you're not gonna chase your dreams if you're continuously struggling to make ends meet.
Right.
So, sidebar real quick. I was thinking about this and I wanted to bring it up on Drinking Corner because there's just more of us to talk about it. But if we ever went into the line of making merchandise, I would want to make custom Snuggies because this thing is like the greatest thing I've ever had.
Yeah, Katie and I we're not sure why you like it because we had looked at it at Costco and that thing is super not comfy.
Oh my God, this thing is so first off, in general, I really fucking hate fleece. Like I
Hmm.
absolutely hate fleece. I don't use like I have fleece blankets that I just use as throw blankets that drape over furniture or chairs or whatnot, or to
Hmm.
just throw on the ground and I'll like lay on it to do yoga or whatever.
Hmm.
This thing is so fucking warm. And it's I think for me personally, because as you know, I like wearing baggier clothes. I don't like wearing like form-fitting clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, does my chair have enough room to back up? Sorry, I'm in a tight corner. But this thing is, of course, it's gonna play me. It's an invisibility cloak from Harry Potter. This thing is big. Like it goes down to like the mid of my shin.
Right.
I'm also short, but like this is huge on me. Like as you can see here, I have my knees tucked into my chest and I'm just in a ball
Right.
in my snuggie, just warm. And it's warm enough to the point where I don't need to run my heater, which is
Mm-hmm.
saving me on electricity. And I like it. It's comfort, it's warm, it's it's baggy and big. The outside material is soft so I don't have to like physically touch the fleece.
Right.
And I only don't like fleece on my hands and feet because as a diabetic, my hands and feet get really dry.
Mm-hmm.
So the fleece usually like sticks and just feels uncomfortable. But outside of that, this thing is just it's great. I love
That's
it.
good. I
I've
mean,
I've lived in this thing for the last 4 days.
gross.
Granted, I'm wearing stuff under it so that way I'm not sweating
Uh-huh.
in through the fleece, and I have washed it once already. I washed it last night when I got home. So it's clean. Smells
Okay.
like what type of laundry soap do I buy? Because I switched Tide. But I think I would want to do like custom channel fleece, like, just a bunch of put a sniper on it logos.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to wear that one at work, but yeah.
Yeah, that's relatively true. But if you were to go into a line of making merchandise, what would you specifically want to hone in on? Because I was thinking about this the other day. It's like Mark has cloak, Jack has coffee, um, Mr. Beast has his like chocolate bars, Logan Paul has Prime with KSI. What would you want to go in on as like a merchandise making thing? What are you doing?
Facing my computer again.
Oh,
The door is open, so the cats are coming in and demanding attention. I I mean, if we're gonna make merch, like t-shirts, hoodies, maybe some sweatpants, we could go into the realm of underwear, I guess. I personally no, I don't think that's necessary, but you know how hard it is to find a decent pair of underwear these days?
I'm not going to lie. I really freaking do. And I'm so sorry, vidcast watchers, but like, what type of fucking boxers am I wearing right now? So I wear Fruit of the Loom, as you can see right here. Hayden's going on a trip to his store. Yeah. Oh, look at the kitty cat. Uso, get your ass over here. Your kitty cat is adorable. I think you muted yourself by accident.
How about now?
There we go. I hear you.
I said I am back. I said I have kitty and I'm bleeding, but I am back.
This looks like I have big bazookas.
Mm-hmm.
All
I don't
right.
know. I don't know if the camera's picking up the trails of blood yet.
I just watched your cat spasm out.
She's still on my lap. Well, she was on my lap.
Uso's been doing this thing, like, because I wear this to bed. I
Mm-hmm.
wore it to bed last night at least because like my blanket, I have a big one of those big fuzzy purple blankets,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to run it through the dryer like 3 times and it was still kind of damp. So I just let the dryer run overnight and I decided to just wear this to bed.
Yeah.
Uso decided to claw the shit out of my neck to tuck in between my neck and the hoodie of this to lay in the fleece.
Nice.
Ah. Oh, another really cool thing. So at the time of recording this podcast,
Mm-hmm.
the logo behind me is still the logo for the R&R right now. But when this goes up in the next coming days, the logo will be different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
listened to your suggestion because I really liked the idea you had for the logo, and I've been working on that.
I don't remember what my suggestion was, but okay.
Do you not remember what it was?
No.
Do you want me to re-explain it, or do you want to just be surprised when you see it?
Uh, you can explain it if you'd like.
So it's the matte background, but in the center it has the teacup with
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
tea
yeah.
bag hanging out with just like an R&R on it, and then the steam coming up from the tea also has the R&R.
I remember now.
Oh, playing with the kitty cats. But yeah, I'm happy we got an episode of R&R done because I know like the last week and a half we've been just inc like horrifically busy with the holiday stuff and everything.
Yeah.
Because I still haven't even uploaded the last episode of Drinking Corner, which I was supposed to do 2 days ago. Now
Yeah.
I've been so preoccupied and busy.
Hang on. I have the worst hair right now.
Me too. Me too. So, one thing I wanted to mention, even though this ain't like the Nerdgasmic Goodfellas thing at all, I know I've been talking to everybody about games they wanted to bring through, and I know we touched briefly on it, but what series were you wanting to do for the group channel as like a me and you thing? Something that you're gonna drag me through like I did Halo to you.
So, and you might want to hear this too, guys. I like to play single player games. I like to just be in my own little bubble, which is why I haven't been recording things because when I play a game, I don't want it to be a chore. I want it to be just something that I can sit down to, just play for a little bit, relax, enjoy, which is why I have not been actively recording things. Uh, that being said,
I know I only have like 2 or 3 episodes of your bureau saved on my computer
yeah.
to edit through.
That being said, I'm sure there is a game if I actually looked, I could find a game.
Well, I
Uh,
know I was gonna suggest it earlier because I know it's kind of it's not as new, but it was a game you had me download to play with you. And now that because of me and you testing Ghost of Tsushima's multiplayer,
mhm,
I am now more confident in making multiplayer PlayStation content since I found a good way to do it.
mhm.
I was like Helldivers.
Yeah, we could always play Helldivers. I'm not starting over.
No, by no means should we actually start over, but I mean we could just start pumping out content,
Yeah,
playing it. I don't know if the update's already out or it's coming out, like their big update bringing in the new enemy and all that.
dude, that was like a couple months ago.
Was it really?
All right, it was not a couple months ago. It was when the Game Awards. It was like the night of the Game Awards is when they did it.
Ah, but yeah, democracy. Also, are you a
Democracy.
Warhammer fan? I don't know if we
I'm trying to get into it a little bit.
I've
Um,
seen the gameplay for the new Space Marines game, and like I know nothing about Warhammer. Matt tried to get me into Warhammer when he was living here, and it's like I found it interesting. I find the lore behind it very interesting.
So, what I
It
do
would.
know is if you ever decide to go into the lore of Warhammer, you're in for probably a couple days of just research
Mm-hmm.
because there is so much lore in
Mm-hmm.
Warhammer, which is kind of one of the main reasons why I haven't really dove into it.
Listen,
Um, I
all I'm
also don't
saying,
have $60 to drop on Space Marines too.
yeah, same. It's in my list of things I want to get, not high on the category table. But listen, if Henry Cavill would want to ever start a podcast just explaining the lore of Warhammer, you got a certified listener right here.
I mean, I think a lot of people would just join in just to listen to his voice.
Pretty much, yeah. I was hoping he'd do audiobooks to the Witcher series. Woo! Oh, I just Dutch ovened myself. Oh, God.
Now, so like on PlayStation right now, this is one of my uh New Year's resolutions. I'm wanting to actually platinum the games that I own on PlayStation. So like with the new hard drive that I just said that I installed, I actually reinstalled a bunch of PlayStation 5 games that I had already beaten and I just never went back to, and I'm going to be trying to platinum them. Starting with the Spider-Mans.
Nice. I am on PS5 currently trying to platinum Spider-Man's remaster.
Me too. Yeah.
I'm trying to
Uh,
do Spider-Man's remaster, and I'm trying to get as much as I could get done for Death Stranding director's cut in this first playthrough.
well, once you finish the main story, there it will go to a
Epilogue that's kind of like
an epilogue, and it's like, yeah, get ready for the this thing that's gonna be happening, and basically it's a just go around and you have free reign of the rest of the map now, and
finish what you haven't finished.
yeah. For the record, yes, your audio microphone picked up that. Jesus, Tim,
Worst part of a Snuggie is it traps that in there.
I'm gonna die. Ugh. All right. Anything else you want to talk about before we
Conclude this. No, what time am I looking at here? 3:11,
three?
3:12.
Yeah.
No, I liked this episode. This was a good starter episode. We had a good brief little discussions about
Hang
stuff.
on a second. Give me a
Um,
moment. I'm off centered. There we go.
oh no. I'm catty cornered, but I feel like I'm catty cornered in a good way because I still sit in between everything. But no, I've been looking through the content. Are those Coca-Cola cards?
Yeah, playing cards.
That's cool.
I don't know where they came from. I just found them on my desk one day.
So as I was saying,
Just kind of creepy.
I was
Go ahead.
going through looking at all the stuff because I pre-recorded a lot of content in the month of December
Uh-huh.
that I just didn't release. Like I have a crap ton of Dragon Age Veilguard done. There's the Gears of War stuff with Chris for the group channel, a bunch of other things. Do you want to step back into State of Decay? Because that was something I had a lot of fun doing with you.
Yeah, there's hasn't been a reason for us to not jump back into it. It's just been mostly
We
it's
just
not
haven't done
it's
it.
not one of the games that you're like, well, yeah, I want to play this. You're typically going with, well, I want to get Dead Rising done, and well, now Dead Rising's done with us.
Yeah.
Not
which I
sure what's
find
going on with that one, but
I think we could get 3 to work again, but I'm not gonna worry about off the record because off the record isn't a canon story to it. I'm just
right.
gonna finish it out on my own. I do think with my new internet, we could get 3 to work just because my NAT type is no longer strict, it's moderate,
Mm.
which I think was an issue because I, after Googling some things about Dead Rising 3, it did say people with strict NAT types have a harder time connecting with people.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll look into that in due time. I still got to finish off the record whenever I get to it. But yeah, this was great. I really had a fun time talking to you. Hopefully, next time we'll have the new R&R podcast logos in the backdrop. Now that
Yes.
we got this out of the way, all we got to do is record Drinking Corner, hopefully tonight.
With or without me. We'll see.
We'll see where we're at with it because I don't want to do it without majority of the people. But if it's just me, Chris, and John, and you're okay with it, we're okay with it. I mean, you're the winner. It sucks because you are the winner of the last season. So technically, I kind of want you to be there because we're gonna have a whole part of just kind of congratulating you and talking and telling you what you've got for this season. But at the same time, it also gives us the advantage of winning an episode without you there, so we get points on the board that you can't technically take away because you weren't there.
Right.
So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But
I mean, knowing you guys, you'll tell me, yeah, we're gonna try and do the podcast at 11, and then it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning, and you're like, it's a little late, but we're gonna try to do the podcast now.
it really sucks because I believe it's just 2 people closing the store again. I believe it's just Chris and Rich. And the store doesn't close till 10:30 and they expect 2 people to have that store closed in an hour. Which is 2 people doing
It's not completely, depending on, as long as everybody else did their part and like the store is not completely
so
trashed.
you worked at Untitled Pizza Place in the past. So you know about roughly how many people should be on a shift, yeah?
What I remember, because I only worked at the Untitled Pizza Place for a couple months. When I was there and closing, it would be me and the manager, and I was the driver, so I was just stuck in the back doing dishes the entire time. Um, and then I was in charge of vacuuming the carpets, and we would close the doors at like 9, and we would be out by 10.
Yeah. But during the day, throughout your shift, roughly how many people would you have on shift to run the store during store
4,
hours? 4?
4.
Hmm. We used to have 7, and now we're lucky if we have 3. 3 to 4.
Yes. Well, keep in mind that was 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
Or
No,
no, 11. Well, it'll be 11 in like August because I think that's when I started working.
either
Anyway,
which way, the new company that took us over expects us to do like the work of 3 people with per person. And it's like no diss to our morning crew or whatsoever, but it's like when you have all of morning dishes, the prep dishes, and then you get the dinner rush dishes, and it's the end of the day, and it's just 2 people closing. There's no way you could get through all that, the cleaning tasks that they require you to do on top of your closing stuff. Because they require you to do at least 3 of the deep cleaning stuff in with it. I think I lost you again.
mm-mm.
Oh, okay, you're just standing really still.
Sorry, I got a notification, so I was just double checking something.
You're good. This is perfect time to close it out and round up our little podcast here. Thank you guys so I hope that didn't get picked up again.
Well, now that you brought attention to it.
But as we should have said in the beginning of this podcast, you guys can catch all of season 1 of the R&R podcast. If you're watching on the vidcast version on the Ryunn Eldred YouTube channel, you'll find it in the bottom left-hand screen annotation. The other in-screen annotations will take you to either playlists that Razgriz, the Boss Foss, and I have done together here on the Ryunn Eldred YouTube channel, and we will have another annotation to take you to the Drinking Corner, another podcast that we work on together with a couple of our other friends over on the NerdgazmicGoodfellas YouTube channel. If you guys are listening to this on any of your podcast listening devices, whether it be Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, all that good stuff, make sure to hit follow so you're notified whenever new episodes come out. We look forward to seeing you guys in the next week. I'm sorry. I had Taco Bell. I'm dying on the inside.
Go, get out of here. You guys have a great day.
Goodbye, everybody.